Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leigh Fuge, and in this video today we're going to be taking a look at this Schecter Diamond Series Nick Johnston signature guitar. So in my hands, I have the Schecter Nick Johnston signature guitar in this really fetching atomic coral finish. I love the color of this thing. This is part of the Schecter Diamond range, which is not their super high-end USA custom shop stuff. It's an Indonesian-made guitar, and it clocks in at around about the £700 to £800 price point, depending on where you pick it up from. The Diamond series in the Schecter catalog is a great sort of mid to lower high tier pricing range where you can get a seriously good instrument for not a ton of money. Now, it's not a cheap instrument by any stretch, but it's also not, you know, like a £3 custom shop model. It's a very affordable instrument for anyone who wants a lot of bang for their buck. So before we dig into what this thing sounds like and a bit more about the specs, I have to say I'm not getting paid for this video, and I'm not getting to keep this guitar, unfortunately, as much as I'd love to. I really taken a shine to this thing, and I don't really want to give it back. But I've just got this on loan from Schecter for a few days to shoot some videos with. So let's dive in and see what it's all about. So visually, there is no surprise what this thing is based on. This is a classic, tried, tested shape that we all know and we all love. Comes with the usual sort of adornments, the double cutaway and the 3 single coils, everything that makes this shape a classic shape. But this guitar was designed in part with Nick Johnston to really make this kind of classic shape a bit more up to date with what the modern player needs. So underneath the atomic coral finish, we've got an alder body. Now, alder is a great wood for Strat type guitars because it's got enough of that snappy tone you want, but without it being too heavy. So again, it's a reasonable weight, but you could easily play a couple of gigs with this thing without it breaking your back. So on top of the body, we've got 3 of the Schecter Diamond Nick Johnston single coil pickups, and we've also got a 5-way switch, as you'd expect from this kind of guitar. So position 1, we're on just the bridge pickup. Position 2 is the bridge and middle. Position 3 is just the middle. 4 is the middle and neck, and 5 is just the neck. Got a single volume and a single tone control as opposed to the usual 2 tone controls. The advantage here being the tone control controls everything. So this is like a master tone, so I can actually dial back the bridge pickup if I want as well. The body has all the usual contours that you'd expect from this kind of shape. It's got the standard belly cut on the back and the forearm contour here, but Schecter have also contoured the neck heel, as you can see there. It just dips in to make that neck heel a little slimmer, so when you're playing at the top end of the neck, it's a lot more comfortable to get right up at the sort of 21st and 22nd frets. We've also got a vintage non-lock-in style tremolo. This is set to a slight float, so there's a little bit of clearance to pull the trem up, but you could pin this all the way down if you wanted by tightening the springs in the back. So I think the thing that really shines on this guitar is the neck. So on top of the neck, we've got this really nice ebony fretboard, and those fret markers are fantastic. They're actually inlaid brass circles, and they're very subtle. They're not filled in, as you can see. The neck itself is roasted maple, which is very nice. It's very smooth. And we've got the Schecter headstock at the top here with Schecter locking tuners. This is really cool because you've got Nick's signature and logo inlaid as well. It's almost like a wood burning tool has been used for that. The neck itself is a thin C profile, so it's very comfortable. It kind of feels like a sort of 60s Strat style neck, but it's got an exceptionally flat radius. It's actually a 14-inch fretboard radius, which is great for playing really fast stuff. And on top of that fretboard, you've got 22 extra jumbo frets. At the top of the neck, we've also got a Graphtec XL Black Tusk nut. These are great because they're sort of self-lubricating nuts. So when you're using the trem, especially these vintage style trems, your strings aren't going to get hung up there. And we've also got the truss rod adjuster right down here in the bottom of the neck. But this is really useful because you don't have to pop the neck to adjust the truss rod. It keeps with that modern styling, but you can just simply insert the Allen key and make your adjustments there. All right, so let's plug this thing in and see what it sounds like. I really love the way this guitar sounds, and I think you guys are going to love it as well. So I'm plugged into the Blackstar Studio 10 6L6, which is mic'd up with a Lewitt Audio LCT 440 condenser mic. There is a spring reverb tank, which is the Surfy Bear Classic from Surfy Industries. And as we go through the video, I will be kicking on some different drive pedals on and off, just for different textures with the guitar as well. But we'll start off taking a look at the pickups on the clean channel. Clean tones are pretty much what we'd expect from a guitar that looks like this in this configuration. We've got all of those traditional single coil sounds, but with some slight modern refinements. To my ears, the sort of single coil tone is not as sort of woolly as some of the vintage Strat styles. There's a little bit more of that modern clarity that you get from these Schecter pickups. You can still dial in all of those classic Strat tones, but this has definitely got Nick's slight twist on that tone with, you know, more of that modern voicing as well. So if you're looking for some Stratty tones, but brought up to the current sort of tonal expectations, it's a good place to start. So we're going to test this now with a bit of a drive tone. I've got my Ceriatone Centura turned on, so I'll just play again and switch through the 5 pickup positions. So there's plenty of bite from those pickups. They can handle a bit of gain quite well. They, again, still got that classic Stratty style bite to them, but with a bit more modern clarity. Actually kind of feels like they can handle a little bit more gain than a vintage style Strat pickup. I'm not sure exactly what these sort of resistance ratings are on these things, but they definitely sound a little bit hotter than what we typically expect from a single coil, which makes it a really versatile guitar for anyone playing some more modern styles of music. So now I'm going to take a look at how they handle a little bit more gain on top of that. So on top of my Ceriatone Centura, I'm going to stack the MXR Timmy with a bit more gain and see how far we can push this thing. pickups on this thing can definitely take a little bit of extra gain as well. You're probably not going to get any super saturated metal tones from this because it's still a set of single coils, but you can get pretty heavy on the gain front and get into some great rock tones. So the only thing left to check out now is the range of the tone control. Now, Schecter guitars always have a really interesting tone control because when you wrap the tone control all the way down to 0, it always gets kind of quacky, sort of like a wah pedal held in one position. So let's see how that sounds. So I'm going all the way down on the tone control, and I'm just going to play a bit with all 5 pickup positions. So there you go, there is a walkthrough of the Schecter Diamond Series Nick Johnston signature guitar. This is a great guitar for the money. I always wanted to try one of these properly. I've tried one before very briefly and I really liked it at the time, but I really wanted to get my hands on one and really put it through its paces. And honestly, I'm really gutted that I've got to send this thing back because this is a great, great playing guitar. Feels fantastic, sounds great. Even just out the box, you know, I've not actually done anything to the setup of this thing. This is literally how it came to me from Schecter, and it's pretty much how it's going to go back. So whoever ends up with this, whether it's going to end up, you know, in a retail store or whatever, they're in for a treat because this is a great guitar. You get a lot of guitar for your money. Like I said, this sort of kicks around the £700–800 mark depending on where you look. But you know, you may be able to get yourself a bargain from certain retailers if you looked for last year's stock or whatever. But it's a lot of guitar for that money. Like I said, we've got the sort of medium weight alder body. It's heavy enough to feel robust, but light enough that it's not going to break your back. And that roasted maple neck is absolutely a joy to play. Your hand just glides over it. The extra jumbo frets make it really easy to sort of get those big bends out and really make the guitar do something cool. So yeah, what a cool guitar. Check this one out. There's some links down below in the description if you want to check one of these out. And it also comes in a bunch of other cool colors as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of the Schecter Nick Johnston signature model and what do you think about the color. I know the atomic coral is going to be a bit of a divisive color for some people, but I personally love it. This is really, really eye-catching, I think. And when I saw this color, I thought, yeah, that's the one I've got to get my hands on. And I think it actually looks even cooler in person than it does in photos as well. The pink really shows up when you see it with your own eyes. So let me know down below what you think about this guitar. Can't wait to hear what you think. And while you're down there doing that, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Thanks so much for watching.